Wait. Okay, hi. Hi! Oh. Need my good music on. Take a sip of my orange juice. Ah. You know what I always tell myself I'm gonna do on these streams? I tell myself I'm gonna make a slideshow in advance of images so I can talk through my stuff, and then I always forget. I'll be sitting here and I'll be like, well, I'm live now. Not much I can do about it. I do need to tweet that I'm live. Hold on, I made a fucking picture for it and everything. I put 2 seconds of effort in. Hold on. Pose OFFKAI recap stream. Devilishly cute emoji. Twitch.tv. No, never. Oh my god, look at me tweeting. I'm a fucking crazy person. I'm freaking talented as fuck, boy. Posting a tweet. Oh my god. Professional at work. Okay. Hold on. Oh god, I still have... My eyes are still like sleepy. I could not for the life of me. My sleeping has been terrible since I got back from OFFKAI. I got back. I was like, oh well, I guess I'm not tired. And then I stayed up till like 1 or 2 a.m. and then I was like, okay, I'm tired. And then I died for 17 hours. I got up at like 7 p.m. the next day or something stupid like that. I don't remember. And then that night I couldn't, like, I wasn't tired, obviously. So then I struggled super hard. I got like 2 hours of sleep or something. Woke up, was like, I can't stream. Types in Discord, something came up. Goes back to sleep for 2 more hours. Gets up, plays D&D. And then just, you know, jet lag does its thing. Even though I'm on like 4 hours of sleep, I could not for the fucking life of me fall asleep last night. So I'm up till like 8 a.m. again, just like lying there, like, please take me, please, Mr. Sleepman, please take me. Didn't happen. So I don't know how much sleep I got last night, but it didn't feel like very much. I don't feel very rested. That's why I'm half an hour late, is because I slept in by half an hour before getting up and making breakfast. Oi! Oi! Anyways, hi guys, hello chat. I see y'all patting me, but like, we got to kill this tradition where I name every single one of you individually. It's so hard for me. It's so stressful. But know that if you head pat me, I pat you back. I get so stressed when I start listing people's names and then more of you type head pats, or like people who have already head pat again, and then I'm like trying to remember if I already said their name or not, and then I'm like, this is too much for me. It's too much. It's too much. My memory is not good enough for this. It's not. I'm pathetic. I forget things very quickly. I think my short-term memory is like disgustingly bad. My long-term memory is fine. I think. It's not great. Sounded a lot more like a smack than a pat. That's just because you guys have such hard scales. I don't want rare pats. I want viral pats. Too bad. Viral chokies. Ah! Alright. Checks my activity feed. Thank you very much. Draco just decided to subscribe yesterday. That's awesome. 61 months from Pog. Anarchy, thank you very much for the free mods, Poggy Wuggies. Fire, thank you very much for your 23 months. Also, I am watching Squid Game. Oh. Okay. Bye! Have fun with your Squid Game. I need to watch Squid Game before I get spoiled. Sorvesh, thanks very much for 8 years. Wait, when you say 8 years, you actually mean it. 96 months. Jesus Christ. Thanks, guys. I just spam Ramos. That's so fair. I feel like I want better music from my background audio. Hold on. Genshin Impact. Give me some OST. Awesome. So guys, I went to OFFKAI. I had a good time. Do you see that one of the hollow girls is on Twitch now? Calling Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame of the Bloodflame Kingdom a hollow girl. So demeaning. Yeah, I watched her stream on Twitch. I gave her my Twitch Prime. It's the best I got. Oh,
Polypuff just rated with 117 viewers. Welcome.
I followed your account so I could watch your streams, but every time I check you're offline. Feels fucking bad, man. Hello, Polypuff and followers of Polypuff. It seems we all have something in common here. We're all big fans of Polypuff. High fives you. Yeah, that was really bad. Hold on, do it again. That's fine. Hey! I hope you had a nice stream. I just went live to talk about my OFFKAI. Yippee! I wanted to talk about all of the fun things that happened, which is obviously does not include my panel at all. It mostly includes my flight back home where I wrote Marvel Rivals fanfiction in front of a woman next to me on my laptop. I just joined his stream and he left. I'm so sorry, man. I would never abandon you like that. I mean, I probably would. But at least I wouldn't be Polypuff doing it, because that's fucked up. Aish. Okay. My friends were trying to get me to play League last night. They were like, guys, who wants to play League of Legends? League of Legends. And I went, yeah, Marvel Rivals. And then we ended up playing Marvel Rivals. They tried so hard though. The League of Legendsing is getting more pushy every day. They used to like only want to play Minecraft and Marvel Rivals, and now there's too much. There's a lot of this League of Legends every night. I'm really trying not to play multiple multiplayer games at the same time. I can't do it. It's too much. I'm so dog shit at spreading myself across multiple games. It's like I'm barely retaining my Dota knowledge at this point. You are not immune. I'm not. I'm on God. I want to play Diana so bad. I miss her. I love her. I miss her. And I miss Warwick. Ow! What am I listening to? I thought I was listening to the fucking Genshin Impact OST. Oh! This is some random anime ass song from the Natlan. What? Why do you need to retain your Dota knowledge? Because I still work Dota events once every year. Anyways. Hello Raiders, hello new people. I think going chronologically through my trip would be the best way of that. Should we go? We should go to my room. We should go to my fun room more than this. I wonder if it'll work actually. Wait a second. Make sure that's working. Go to. Fuck. What did I name it? Go to this one. No, not my bedroom. My work room. I just feel like it's nicer when you get to watch the toucan go crazy in the background. This is my favorite pizza place. You know, I went shopping yesterday. I had to really hold back from buying pizza because they had like this massive stack of the most delicious, beautiful fucking pizza I've ever seen in my life. And I haven't had pizza in a hot minute, so I was like, you know, when you're walking through the shops and you just kind of stop and you stare for like a sweet 5 seconds where you really contemplate in your mind, like, do I need it? I had to fight that off. Oh, dear Ray, you're amazing. I hope you and chat having an awesome day today. Thank you. I'm having an awesome day now. I wasn't, but now I am. Thank you. I was having a dog shit fucking day. Do you know why? I had to get out of bed. I'm sick of it. Ugh. Oh yeah, so okay. The me avoids talking about my trip as hard as I can. Callie and Bibu fundraiser thing, has that not started yet? Did they just announce it, but they're going to do it at some point? Or what's up with that? When do we find out if she's playing League of Legends? Yo, Anon, thank you for gifting us up to Yummy Pizza! Yay! Dingus, thank you very much for the tier 2 sub at 60 months. Sheesh! Guys, I'm gonna crash the fuck out. I literally am wasting so many hours a day watching Mario Kart. Keeps changing topic. I'm gonna crash the fuck out. Okay. Moon Moon is a very consistent good streamer, and he goes live most nights playing Mario Kart, and I keep watching it. I'll watch it for like 4 hours every night. And like, okay, actually, I can get into the Mario Kart thing later because there's a part of the story where I talk about Mario Kart. So fuck it, you know? I'll talk about Mario Kart later. The fundraiser's tomorrow? Okay, I'm very excited. I hope she doesn't have to play League of Legends, but I also hope the charity gets money, so I guess it's a lose-lose. Oh no, win, lose, win. Whatever, man. I do not want to play Mario Kart. That's where I'm going to get in the story. Okay, whatever. Okay. Alright. So, for some reason, flying to San Jose is much harder than flying home from San Jose. Finish my orange juice. For some reason, it took 22 hours to get to San Jose. I had to fly from London Heathrow to Atlanta, and then from Atlanta to San Jose to get there. And London to Atlanta took 8 hours or something like that. It was a pretty miserable flight, but it was okay. Actually, you know what? I would say it's probably on the higher end of flights I've taken. The reason being, I just stayed up the night before and didn't sleep. I took melatonin with me to the airport. I took my regular sleeping pillow and I took 2 neck pillows. I wanted to sleep on this fucking flight more than anything else I've ever wanted in my entire life. I hate flying. I hate sleeping. I can't sleep on flying. I can't sleep on planes. I just can't do it. So I was like, I'm gonna try. How long is your neck? No, you don't understand. Okay, I would need to draw you a diagram, but essentially what I do is I put my firm neck pillow around my neck, and then I will connect the soft neck pillow through that neck pillow. Like imagine a vertical neck pillow connecting through the horizontal neck pillow around my neck. And then I use that to lean on that, and it provides more comfort for my neck. I can't explain it. I'm opening paint. Hold on. There's my head. There's me sleeping. Honk shoo. I have, this is my neck pillow. Wait. I'm trying to draw this. It's really hard. Okay, I think I nailed it. Oh, wow. This is a great drawing. Okay, saving it. Yes! Yes! Yes, my diagram is a success! Alright, so this is what I'm talking about. Hello, Pat. Hello, everyone. Hello. So, essentially, I thread the second one through the first one, and then my neck being in the first one keeps this one in place so that I can sleep on it. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I feel like a regular neck pillow is a little bit too far down to really like lean on it. Whereas if I thread the second neck pillow through the first one, it provides something to actually lean on. It's like a vertical pillow plus a regular neck pillow. Yeah, exactly. And my regular pillow... Okay, so this is the problem. This is a problem. I realized that with because I bought a regular pillow with me, I did not need to do the neck pillow threading maneuver. I ended up just putting on my regular, like, stiff neck pillow and then leaning against my regular sleeping pillow against the wall. Because you know me, guys. I love, I mean, maybe you don't know me, but I love a good window seat. I love to dehydrate myself on flights and not ever leave my seat at ever. And not bother anyone. So I was, I had the window seats booked on all 4 of my flights well in advance. Hey, Pronty Pod. I freaking love that shit. So I was like, I slammed my pillow up against the window. I put my neck pillow on. I leaned back. And then I slept. I did it. I took the melatonin. I slept for 3 hours. Woohoo! 3 hours. I feel like I don't know how people sleep on planes, mostly because, right? The air is horrible. Especially when you're lying, like, kind of upright. Your mouth opens, and then you get really sore dry throat. Do you guys not have that? How the frick do you guys sleep? It's important to get up and stretch your legs. Well, I ain't died yet, and I ain't stretched my legs yet. I've heard many good things of you from my good friend. I hope OFFKAI treated you as well as I... Oh, yeah, I had a great OFFKAI. I was gonna yap about it today. I'm glad you heard good things about me. I would be... Whew. Whenever I used to stream Dota, people would come in and say they heard terrible things about me. So this is a real upswing from my old self. Nom nom nom. Drink so much water. I drink no water. I don't move, and I just try and go comatose. Is that not a good strat? The noise is a problem. I really want to get noise canceling headphones one day and see how that affects my flight. Most of the time, though, my issue is my throat. Like, I will just wake up, and I will have all of that nice airplane air in my throat, and it just feels absolutely horrific. I've heard awful things about you from all my friends. Well then, that's nice. You're tall enough to rest your head on the top of the seat. I don't know if that sounds like... I don't know if that's a nice thing or not. Is that a good thing? Is that a nice... Is that good? Okay. So I slept for 3 hours. I woke up. I was like, oh god, only 3 hours. Fuck me. Went back to sleep again. 2 hours pause. I'm like, oh, okay. We're 5 hours into an 8-hour flight at this point. That's pretty good. I still feel horrible. And then I slept for another hour, woke up, another hour, woke up, another hour, and then we're arriving, basically. I don't have small hair. Stop. Stop that. Bad. So I basically managed to sleep through that flight. I don't remember really being conscious for most of it. I would say it was a massive success. I got off at Atlanta. I swapped out. Okay, we had to do a connection, and my connection got delayed. Okay, first of all, my first flight got delayed. Then when I was in Atlanta, my flight to San Jose also got delayed. So I was just like wandering around this freaking airport to say, well, I'm bored. I had to do, what's a connection? Are you asking genuinely? But I had to, ow! Yo! Sonic Tail's like, yo, thanks for subbing, man. Hey, oh yeah, I had to get my, okay, so I didn't know this was how it worked exactly. I think if I thought about it for more than 2 seconds, I could have figured it out. But I didn't realize that if you travel globally, right, you obviously have to do the customs security stuff. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But if you're going within America, you don't. And I mean this to say, like, if I fly, so I fly from the UK to America. And then I had to take a flight from America to America. So when I reached Atlanta, they're not allowed to take my luggage and move it onto the next flight. I have to go get my luggage. I have to go back through, like, I have to go check my bag in again, and then go through security again to be like, hey, I'm in America now. Yippee! I love America. Wahoo! And then I get on my second flight. But on the way home, it was like the fucking opposite, because I'm going from America to America. I don't have to go through the, like, I'm in America thing, and I wasn't in the UK yet either, so my bag just got to be taken. Like, you know, they took my bag to the next flight. I didn't realize how it worked until this trip. I feel like it was obvious, but I didn't think about it. Anyway, I learned. Which is good to know, because I get really stressed with the layovers. Oh my god. Dark Pow Kiss. Wait, hold on. I gotta add it to my channel. Hold on. Oh wait, I already have added it to my channel. Yippee! Kiss each other now! Anyway. Yes, so, I did my connection, my flight got delayed, blah blah blah. I got on my flight from Atlanta to San Jose, which was 4 hours long, by the way. I thought it was 2 hours long. So I just was like, oh well, 2 hours, whatever, I'm gonna basically just like close my eyes and I'll be there. And I was kind of thirsty and kind of hungry, but I was like, whatever, 2 hours, and then I'm gonna land, and then I'm gonna go get food with Fumi. But no, it was 4 hours, and I realized that as I was lining up to board, and then I panicked, and I ran to a shop next to my gate. And I had to buy, like, a sandwich and some goldfish and a drink of water. I'm just, fuck me, guys. In the UK, you go to, like, a WH Smith, you try and buy a sandwich, a crisps, and a freaking drink, and it will come out to, like, 7 or 8, no, 7, 8 quid? I don't know. It's like a meal deal. It's nice. Okay? It's less than £10. It's a meal deal. It's cheap. It's good. It's an easy way to get food and have it in your flight. I paid $22 fucking dollars! $22 fucking dollars for a sandwich, a water, and a freaking, what are they called in your country? Chips? These, they're crisps to me. $22 fucking dollars! Oh my god, I felt like my soul leave my body when she said that, but I was like, I can't say no now. Also, my plane's boarding. Fuck. I don't even know what part of those 3 things cost that much, but that was disgusting. I felt so taken advantage of. Only 22 hours is 34. 34! For pre-made? Hey! Oh my god, Bongo. Thanks for the tier 3, 63 months, slowly approaching 6 years. I can't believe we've been friends for only 6 years, aka 10 years. It's crazy. Did the airline give you anything as a sorry for the delay? Your flight got delayed too and they gave you Lay's and Coke? Oh, what the fuck? No, we didn't get anything. Why are crisps expensive in the USA? Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I was taken aback. I was shocked. I was upset. Can you quickly say all the highlights? My bedtime's in 30 minutes. I'm surprised you're still awake, Fuji. You work hard. You're a hard-working man. I'm surprised you're not in bed. I think it's longer than 10 years now. I am old. You are old. You specifically. I'm still young. Alright. Highlights, Fuji. I went to OFFKAI. I met friends. I did a panel and people showed up to it. Thank fucking god. I bought a art print of Arlecchino Genshin Impact. I I went to a party and I got drunk and I was able to survive and I went home. There you go. Pat, we're both very youthful. Alright. So yeah, anyway, the fucking airport screwed me. Got mad about that. Ran back to my flight, got on my flight, took that 4-hour flight. It was beautiful, loved it. And then I arrived in San Jose. Yay! And after I arrived, Fumi and her friends came and picked me up and they took me to In-N-Out, and I was sitting at this lovely In-N-Out saying, oh, you know, back when I was in America a few years ago, you know, I went to the In-N-Out and I hated it. And they were like, oh, why? What did you hate about it? And I said, honestly, I can't remember. Something about In-N-Out was horrible. I was like, I think it was their fries. I think it was their fries that were horrible, but I don't remember particularly liking their burgers either. Love that view. Thank you, Funi. The panel was super fun, by the way. Yippee! I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm very excited to get to that point of the story, because it was, that was obviously the best part of my weekend. Did I take precautions? Remember Corona still exists? I did not. I took absolutely zero health precautions. I had a great weekend, and I didn't get sick. Even though everyone else got sick, even my hotel roommate got sick, I did not get sick. I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's because I got the super plague from London Comic Con like a few weeks beforehand, but I did not get sick. Even friggin' Scara was like, bro, I got ill. And then I saw him again and I like hugged him, like I jumped into his arms and was like, get me sick, get me sick. And then I still didn't get sick. I'm immune! I have this buffer going on. I don't know when it's gonna run out. I'm terrified. This is what you get when you lick the floor, guys. Honestly, you should all start doing it. It's what I do. It worked for me. So, In-N-Out, I ordered, this is very, very crucial to the storytelling, but I got a vanilla milkshake from them, and I got a burger, and I got fries, and yes, the fries were fucking awful. They were so fucking dog shit. I didn't finish them. I couldn't finish them, but I will say the rest of the burger and stuff, that hit. I mean, the first half of the fries and the burger, that shit hit different when you just got off a plane, man. And I traveled for 22 hours. Like, I left my home at 7 a.m. British summertime, and I arrived in San Jose at like, I want to say I think it was 9 p.m. maybe. It was 22 hours travel anyway. Horrible. I hated it. Bad time. But yeah, arriving and going to an In-N-Out, oh my fucking god, that was good. Fries are bad at In-N-Out unless you get them well done, and even then they hit or miss. Yeah, I don't know, they were just so pathetic. The milkshake was crazy. That thing was thick as fuck. That one was pretty good. You guys do good milkshakes in America, I will give you that. I hate a lot of things in America, but your milkshakes, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Burger was poppin'. It was a good time. You know what was interesting as well? You guys have, I don't know if this is like common in America. I guess I haven't been to enough places enough. But at that In-N-Out, they had a system where the woman had like order number 258. Come pick up your thing, please. You guys had a really like it went outside as well. Because we went and sat outside, and it beeped outside. I feel like we don't commonly have that in the UK. Like, you guys have really efficient fast food restaurants for getting as many fucking people in, ordered, and out as possible. And, like, I don't know, maybe it was at one specific In-N-Out, but I was like, oh, this is really nice. That being said, no, not a beepers, it was like, they just straight up had like a voice, fuck, what is it called? Like a speaker outside so that they could keep communicating when people should pick up their orders. But I will say, after I had my order, it became very annoying. I didn't enjoy chilling outside and listening to, what, this fucking song sucks, Jesus Christ. I did not enjoy eating my food, listening to a fucking woman talk about order 67, please come and get your food. Order 93, come and get your food. Order 97 and 98, come and get your food. I was like, okay, this was fun when I was waiting for my food, but it's not fun anymore, and I need them to stop. Okay, so anyway, that was that was the end of that. I went to the Hotel Marriott. I met OFFKAI staff who helped me. They gave me a gift bag. This is fucking funny, by the way. So, okay, for guests of OFFKAI, they gave us a form to fill out saying stuff like, oh, do you need help with so-and-so? Do you need to be, like, taken from X place to Y place? You know, do you need security for this? Blah, blah, blah. One of the questions was, what is your favorite beverage? And I was like, oh, well, I love water. It's my favorite thing. But I Googled the word beverage just to make sure. I was like, you know, why would they call it beverage and not drink? A beverage is defined as a drink other than water. So I was like, okay, fuck, what do I like that's not water? I think about it and I'm like, well, I really like J2Os. Orange and passion fruit flavor specifically is very tasty. So I put that down, but I was like, I don't know if they have that in America, but also I kind of want to be a little bit cheeky. So I put down strawberry soju. And you'll never fucking believe what was in my gift bag. They had a fucking strawberry soju in there. Dude, it was free! It was free alcohol! I saw that bottle in there and I was like, no fucking way! And I came back to my hotel room. I was like, Fumi, what did you say was your favorite beverage? And she went, oh, I just put down water. And I just pulled the fucking soju out of my bag with the most shit-eating grin of all time on my face. She was like, no way! This shit's so fucking expensive, man. I feel like I got away with literal murder by asking for that soju. Shit! Fumi got a water in her gift bag. Fucking moron. Dumbass. Lol. It was nice, though. They had a card welcoming me to OFFKAI. It was very nice. They had a, I don't know, they had a little collection of my cards. So the cards of Rhea that were within the gacha thing, like, you know, you had the card packs and they have cards inside featuring every guest at the event, and it randomly chooses two and you get that in your pack. I asked for those. I was like, can I please have as many Reyes as possible? They were like, we can give you like 10. They ended up giving me 6, which was still fantastic. So I had 6 of those. So I got given those. That was awesome. They had a shit ton of snacks and stuff. They had like, what else was there? Oh yeah, a little keychain, little OFFKAI keychain. That was cute. They had a booklet on, like, who my contacts were, staff-wise, and stuff like that. Blam, blam, blam. You managed to treat 2 Reyes, holy shit! It was nice getting to sign little Rey cards. Honestly, it's kind of, like, funny thinking about how many people opened their packs, saw Rhea, I was like, who the fuck is that? And then just got mad. Because, like, I did the same thing. I opened my pack and I got 2 VTubers I'd never heard of before in my life. I was like, who the fuck is this? And that shit went in the bin. You know? And so I, like, I wonder how many rares hit the bin. In the bin? Yeah, what else am I gonna do with it? I'm not taking it home. I'm mad I didn't get rare. Or Pepper said, I didn't know there was a place where people were like trading cards, like on Discord or whatever. You're gonna frame the rare print? Holy base! That's awesome. Oh my god, please. I want to see a picture of that if you do. I liked what you signed on the rare print. Me too, man. Me too. Pat, Pat, we can send you a pin and a print. I got you. Trade up into the house. So in the end, I walked away with I have Rhea card. I have a Hazumi card, and I have a Doki bird. Those were my 3 cards I left with. Oh, and a Fumi card. Were there any spare rare prints? Yeah, there's about 500. There's about 500 spare prints I have in my suitcase right now. You got a Doki? Yeah, I'm gonna sell it for like $100 or something. We actually had 2 Doki birds, but one of them got lost. I wanted a second pack, man. I don't know where you guys got more than 1 pack. I want more than 1 pack. Hold on, I gotta pour myself more water. Hold on. There were no holo cards, right? No one reported seeing any holo live cards. I wanted 501 prints. Oh, too fucking bad. I didn't throw out a Mimi or a Kira. I don't know who those are. You gave us a second pack in the panel? Oh yeah, they asked me if I wanted that to happen, and I was like, yeah, obviously, give them the cards, yo. I was like, they were like, do you want to be first come first serve? I was like, yes, only real ones who line up at the start of my panel get the card packs. So my 6 cards that I got, the way I've delegated them was I'm keeping 1. I gave 1 to Fumi. I gave 1 to Vani. I gave 1 to Dom. And then I have 2 left. I'm giving 1 to my mother. And I'm giving 1 to Liam. Don't tell him that, though, because I hate him. So that was my 6 cards. I loved walking around the convention the entire time with Rhea pins in my bag, and I kept like giving them out. I was like, do you want a Rhea pin? And I kept having like this constant thing where I kept having this constant thing where I felt like shy to offer them. It's like it's a free fucking enamel pin, like that's pretty elite, but I was so shy about it because I was like, what if they don't want one? What if I'm just like, oh, you know, it's like the equivalent of giving someone my business card, except I hate receiving business cards. I don't want your fucking pin if I don't know you. No card for the King of England? Sorry to him, but I don't know that guy. I knew the Queen of England, but she left. She went somewhere else. It's a better business card, yeah. It has none of my information on it, but it's sick as fuck. I just want to say, okay, actually, I'm gonna say this now, and I feel bad about it because obviously, like, I could say this and someone may have given me a business card and then they will maybe feel bad about this. I hate receiving business cards. I hate it. I hate it more than anything else in the entire world. I throw out, like, most of the business cards I get given. I think the only business cards I kept were, like, actual business cards. Like, people within actual businesses. And then one of the people I met, like, signed their business card and said, like, I love you, Rhea, on it. I kept that one. And then any others from, like, really close friends because it had, like, all of them on it. But anytime I met, like, a VTuber, they would be like, I'd be like, oh, you know, nice to meet you, I'm Rhea. They'd be like, oh, nice to meet you, I'm, like, Name. And then they would go in, and then they would be like, oh, wait, and then they would shuffle around in their bag, and they would give me their business card. And I was just like, I don't fucking want this. Like no offense to them, but like if you're meeting a VTuber, you're not doing business. You're meeting like the only reason you should be giving a business card to another VTuber is if they ask for it, or you reach a point in your relationship where it makes sense to give it. Like, if I hung out with someone and we had a really good time talking to each other, and I was like, yeah, we should fucking collab sometime, then that's when you get out your business card and you say, here's my business card. It has my socials on it, so we can, like, follow each other. And blah, 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 blah. Right? That makes sense to me. But, like, when I meet someone for, like, 5 seconds and they give me their fucking business card, I'm like, I don't know you. We haven't gone on yet. What am I gonna do with this, man? You've def gone home after OFFKAI and followed people who gave me business cards? I mean, good for you. I hate it. I fucking hate it. And then I threw it on the ground. Yes, sir. Oh, you tend to throw them all out, yeah. If the cosplay has a good picture on it, though, worth. Yeah, I mean, like, there are some cute business cards, but yeah. With, like, nice art on the back. But also, I don't really know what I'm gonna do with that art, you know? I have nowhere to put it. I'm not gonna frame a business card. You know what I mean? Bro, he literally lied to your face! I've never made a business card in my fucking life! The closest thing I made to a business card was my print at OFFKAI. On the back of it, it had my information on it, but that was, you know, you came to my panel. You're clearly interested in me. I think that's reasonable at that point, to give you a way to find me. You handed me a business card, a bottle of soju. I did that to a lot of people. I didn't even give you a bottle of soju, Fuji. You think I don't fucking you think I don't remember last OFFKAI where I said, yeah, man, I'm gonna buy a shit ton of soju for the both of us, and then you said, sorry, man, I don't feel too good. I'm not gonna come out and socialize for the rest of the event. And then I just had 2 people's worth of soju. And then I had to, like, give that soju to other people, and I made friends, so it all worked out in the end for me. Thanks, Fuji, actually. Daps you up. Thanks, man. Hi, Red. The OFFKAI fan was awesome. Thanks for coming! I'm so sorry I got food poisoning. You are not sorry enough, buddy. If you were really sorry, you would have come to this OFFKAI, but no! You decided to hole yourself up in your fucking other side of the world. Oh, hoity-toity thinks he's better than us. Piece of shit. Did I get a follower jump because of OFFKAI? Not really. Not anything significant. Maybe I should have given out more business cards. You know what was funny is there's I'm not gonna name them, but there was a VTuber I met who I exchanged about like 3 sentences with. It was like, hey, and they were like, who, you know, what's your name? And I said, oh, like Rhea, and I showed them my badge. It's easier to show people my badge because they will, like, most of the time people recognize me through like my username, or the little Dusko had a sticker of me she was selling, and I bought it and I put it on my badge, so there was a visual like representation of Rhea on my badge when I showed it. So usually I just did that. Like when I said, oh, I'm Rhea, I would show my badge because it was just quicker and easier. And this person like took a photo of my badge like straight away, and then we kept talking, and I was like, oh, like, I like your mask, where did you get it, blah, blah, and they said, blah, 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 yeah, and I said, oh, yeah, what's your name, by the way, and they said their name, and they were, like, relatively, pretty fucking big VTuber. I was like, oh, yeah, man, nice to meet you, and then we never spoke again. But after the event ended, I assumed they went and actually looked back through their photos, because they just randomly followed me off of it. I was like, was that the equivalent of a business card? Did I just get business carded? It's really funny. But it surprises me because we, like, did not really, like, we didn't talk very much. And, like, that's the thing is, that's the thing with these events is, like, I don't know, for me, I don't really care to, like, follow or get to know anyone unless we actually talk to each other a decent chunk, you know? Oi!
Bobby Brook just raided with 47 viewers. Welcome.
Bobby, thank you very much for the raid! We cost load save state? Oh my god, what are we loading? What's the save state? I hope you had a wonderful stream. I'm talking about my OFFKAI adventures right now. We're chronologically, we reached me getting off the plane and finishing my my Thursday. And then we started going off on a random tangent, so I gotta get back on track. We're at Friday now. We're going to Friday. The save states from December? December's fucking forever ago, man. I had a great time off OFFKAI, yeah. Oh my god, you're playing freaking Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. So, I was doing a bunch of Nuzlockes for my stream. Like, I did Fire Red Nuzlocke, then I did Soul Silver Nuzlocke, and then I did an Emerald Nuzlocke. I've been going through those games, but I want to play Mystery Dungeons so bad. Do they still hold up as well as as good as they were back in the day? Because I played a shit ton of Mystery Dungeon when I was a kid. But I don't think I've played it since. It is still amazing? Oh, hell yeah. You know, I don't know if I ever finished the Explorers of Sky one. Because I played the first two, or were like, it was the same game basically, but I remember playing that one, and then they released Explorers of Sky, and I think my sibling got it, but I ended up not playing it. Fuck. It's kind of hackable. Hey. Anyway, yeah. God, yeah. I love Mystery Dungeon. That really made me want to play Mystery Dungeon. Thank you. So, okay. I don't remember what happened on Friday. I'm gonna check my I'm gonna check my calendar. Hold on. Oh yeah. So on Friday, I basically spent like my entire OFFKAI in the Honest Alley. It was big. So first of all, I was really surprised by how much bigger OFFKAI was this year compared to last year. Like last year, I remember getting through the Honest Alley really quickly, and also it was very cramped. So it was a bit like, it wasn't very pleasant to be in there, and they had to limit flow of, like, you had to queue up to go into Honest Alley, and the line got really big because of the fact that it was so small and they couldn't just let people go in and out, and there was also only one entrance to get into the Honest Alley, so it made, like, traffic was awful if they just let people do whatever they want. But in this new venue, they had multiple big doors for people to go in and out. The hall was much bigger. They had way more space. You know, actual rows of stalls. And even then, it got pretty busy. Like, there was some times where I was not happy, like, trying to walk down an aisle. But, like, overall, I would say really good. And they increased, like, how many people could go in there at once, like, by a fucking lot. Those stalls were all amazing. I bought stuff. Nice to meet you, Daos. Hello. So it was never that busy. It was, yes it was. There was a time when some of the rows were, like, insanely busy. It was pretty bad when, like, there was people lining up for some kind of special event going on at, I think there was a mint stall or something. And then there was times where some of the aisles were, like, it was so hard to move through them because there were so many people. Pat, it was great. I would really recommend it. I really liked it. I really, really liked it a lot. And the best part about it was having worked with the staff and volunteers. They were all so lovely, kind, and helpful. Like, I have no bad words for OFFKAI at all. And obviously I'm gonna say that because I'm on stream, right? But like, I'll go out of my way to say, like, even behind closed doors, bro, I ain't saying nothing, you know? Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I had some reservations, like, this thing was a little bit bad, or like, this was a little cringe, or I really didn't like this, but like, genuinely, like, 100% OFFKAI was like, banger for me. I was so happy. Hey, Ninja! But yeah, I bought, what did I buy? So I would need to go through my bag. Vani gave me like literally everything at her stall. She was like, what do you want? I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I want this and this. And she gave me them. She was like, anything else? And I went, well, I don't know, man. I don't want to take your stuff. She's like, I don't want to take it home, so take it. So she just loaded everything into a fucking bag and gave it to me. The only stuff I didn't take was prints, because I really didn't want to buy prints. I ended up buying 2 prints, but they were pretty small. I got an Arlecchino print, and I got a Narissa print, which had foiling on it, so it was really nice. And that was like A5 or something small, the Narissa one, so it was really easy to get home safely. But otherwise, I bought 2 Magic keyrings. I bought a Luna keyring. I bought a Jeff keyring. Like, I saw some Marvel Rivals stalls and was like, yes, give me that. Today's recap and OFFKAI shows tomorrow. Yes, if you are interested, tomorrow at 7 p.m. BST, I'm going to be doing my OFFKAI show on my Twitch again. I'm gonna let you guys play it in the chat. Because I know they didn't end up streaming it, and I'm very sorry. How much did you spend at iTally? I don't know specifically. I think it was at least like 300. Let me check. Wow, 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 wow. I'm sad I couldn't go to OFFKAI and see it. Oh, yeah. And they don't take repeat guests, so I can't do a thing next year, which I'm very sad about. I have to wait 2 years to do another OFFKAI show. Any plans to do a behind the scenes for it? I was thinking I would like to, yeah. I wanted to see if they had, people have been sending me videos and photos of the panel. So I wanted to kind of collect them and talk about it and just talk, like, and make a video about it, yeah. But it would be a bit high effort to make it, so. Because I would be collecting other people's content to make my own video. So I need to structure the video and see how that would look. I'll be real, as much as I would like to be on top of things and get it made like ASAP, I have other things on my plate right now that I really want to prioritize, so it might come out like a while from now. I'll do I want to talk about the show though, like tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna perform it for you guys and then I'm gonna talk about it, so if you want like a kind of a rough behind the scenes, tomorrow we'll go over it. But I won't make a video on it for a while. If I'd known it wasn't streaming, I would have recorded stream, but I didn't see the ping. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I got told by, like, the staff didn't tell me until it was a bit too late. Like, I didn't see it on my phone. Let's see. What day did I go to OFFKAI? I went to OFFKAI. The 20th is when I started spending money. Let's check the 20th. Hey. I don't know what this is. Oh god. It's a lot of money. Okay, it's like minus 25, minus 19. Hold on, I'm just gonna do random math to see if this lines up. 20, 30, 45... 50, 70, 80, 90, 110, 130, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, I spent roughly 250 200. I'd say somewhere between 200 and 250 on Honest Alley. I bought there was someone selling a Byleth metal tin, and it had Byleth on the tin cover, and then on the sides of the tin it had like the other leaders like Edelgard and stuff. I bought that. I was like, oh my god, I love that. Give it to me now. And I didn't buy this actually, sorry. I went to Canny's table. Bro, this is so funny. So Canny, if you don't know them, they went by like Izzy at con. They also went by Oolong Crema as their like username. They drew and made my sub alerts, my current sub alerts. And the reason I met them is because I worked with them on one of Gigi's projects. They helped out with the murder mystery, and they did the music videos for Gigi, like the ones with the clay and the hand-drawn animation stuff. That's them. So I met them at OFFKAI. If you saw their stall, you might have seen that they had the Gigi like figure that they made there on display. But I love them. They're great. And he gave me the little Grem shirt. So I got that Grem shirt, which made me happy. Very beautiful shirt, love it. Dylan, holy moly, thanks for the 5 months. And the tier 3! Hi. Welcome. Yeah, so they're fucking awesome. And he gave me a shirt, and I was very happy about it. And I think I got a Gigi keychain from him as well, I want to say. But yeah, he brought the actual drawn frames of my sub alerts to the con. And he was gonna give them to me, and he was like, when do you want them? And I said, oh, like, I don't know, not like now, because I gotta, like, I'm gonna be walking around for the rest of the day. I don't want to be carrying them around. They might get destroyed. You know, we're staying at the same hotel, so like, let's just get it later. So on the Sunday, he messages me like, hey, did you want to come get them? I went, yeah. So I came to the con, and he gave me like this big stack of artwork. Kind of like they were between 2 pieces of cardboard to try and stop them from getting bent. I was like, awesome. So I take it and I put it away and I leave, and I have to go back to my hotel. I have to go pack, blah blah blah. So this all happens. The next day, you know, getting ready to leave, I'm kind of skipping the story here, but I go to a friend's house until I have to go to the airport, because my flight was at 8 p.m. And while I'm there, I'm like, I get out the art, and because I'm like, oh yeah, friend, like, I want to show you this. And I get the art out, and it's all frames of one of the Gigi videos. And I'm like, oh, it's Gigi art. And then I look through it, and I'm like, wait, it's all Gigi. I'm like, wait a second. This isn't rare and viral. This is just Gigi. This is just Gigi. And I message him, I'm like, bro, I have your Gigi fucking video. It's like, where's my guys? And he's like, oh shit. I'm like, he's like, oh whoops, I must have like, I thought I put those back at my home, but I must have accidentally like, fuck. He's like, fuck, I gave you Gigi. So I was like, oh no. So I left the Gigi art at my friend's house, and gave the contact to Canny so they could figure out how to like get the art back, because I was like, I'm not putting those Gigi frames into my suitcase and traveling with them. Like, if they get damaged, I would feel so fucking bad. But like, yeah, opening that up, I was like, Gigi, I don't want this. It was good though, looking through them. It was quite cool. It's like, wow. Kadi's so talented. He said he's gonna mail me my frames at a later date. So, yeah. Fucking GG. Yeah. So, yeah. I went through, I bought Marvel Rival stuff. I bought Byleth stuff. I found another Byleth keychain I bought. I bought an Arlecchino tag. Bought Arlecchino print, Narissa print. I bought what else did I get? I didn't buy too much, to be honest. Let me quickly look in my suitcase and just check. 1 second. Okay. I have my Byleth tin here. And I know I put all of the things I bought inside the tin. I really didn't buy anything big. Alright. It's my Jeff keychain, Magic keychain, Vani, my Grem! Byleth, Vani, Kani's Gigi, more Vani, Luna, more Vani, Luna again. Okay. Yeah, I didn't buy anything. Really. I didn't buy too much. Mostly, I don't understand how I spent so much money considering how little I got. Alash. So there was 2 people selling rare stuff at OFFKAI. So Dustco is someone I met last OFFKAI. Because I was at the same table as her, and I was like, "Hey, I have all this soju here that Fuji's not gonna drink." I was like, "You want a soju?" So I made friends with her back then, and we kept in like a little bit of contact, but not too much since. Anyway, I find out that she drew like loads of VTubers and turned them into stickers for OFFKAI. Like she's like this little doodle series, and one of the ones she drew was Rhea, and I was like, "No way, me." I actually think it's her birthday today, so I need to send her a happy birthday. But she is so fucking lovely. I love Dustco, and I was so fucking happy that she drew Rhea, and I was so happy to get to go to her stall and get the sticker. I wanted to buy more than one, but because there was only 10 of them, I felt a little bit bad about it, because I was like, well, I know there's like a bunch of Dirklings and one Lily Pal at OFFKAI, and it would make me sad if other people didn't get to have a rare because I wanted more rares. So I only bought one, and I stuck it on my badge, and I think she got sold out. I'm not sure. I didn't get to end up checking on Sunday because of my panel. I ended up really busy, and I missed the closing of Honest Alley. I think if anything, there was like one left or something by the end. If anything, I don't know. There's so many Darklings, Dylans. Jesus Christ, they're everywhere. I did not avoid that Lily Powell con. You're lying. They avoided me. They avoided me. How do you actually handle fan-made merch review? What do you mean by handle? Yeah, so I got my sticker from Dustco, and then after that, I went to, I don't remember their username. I'm gonna find it for you right now, though, because they were very lovely. But there was, Kilma, yeah. So Kilma, made a big set of keychains, like banana keychain line, and it was like bananas with VTubers like in the bananas coming out of it, and they're all cats. So it's like a Rhea with cat ears in a banana, And I only found out about this because someone for OFFKAI made a spreadsheet. There was a spreadsheet that had all of the like stuff like on each stall. They were like, yeah, I'm selling this person, this person, this person. And I looked up my name, and it's really annoying. I'll be honest. It's really annoying looking up Rhea on a spreadsheet because for some reason it includes all of the Zentreya hits. So like it will say like, oh, Rhea 16 hits, but 14 of those are just Zentreya. I don't know how to exclude Zentreya from my fucking Control F search, but piss me off. But still, I saw Dust. I was just talking about you. I literally was just talking about you. Everyone say happy birthday to Dust. Happy birthday. I was telling everyone how sweet, beautiful, lovely you are, and how much I adore you, and how lovely your little sticker was of me, and how much I love it, and how nice you are, and how it's your birthday! Wahoo! Oi! Yes, I saw you on the Sunday. I was like, I sat down in the hotel lobby with my friend, because I was like, waiting to do something. And then I saw you behind me, and I was like, oh, I gotta say bye to you. But then when I turned around again, you had disappeared, and I didn't know where you were. And I looked, and I was like, no, you're gone. I wanted to hug you one last time. So you can have my verbal hug here. This is me saying, I love you. I hope you had a safe trip home. Mods? There are no mods. We don't have a mod in this channel, Pat. Wait. I'll see you again soon. No, you won't! I won't be anywhere! I actually don't know if I'm going to anything else this year. I might not be around until OFFKAI next year. I'll see you on the internet, though. Snaps fingers. One day. Yeah. Everyone keeps talking about TwitchCon NA, but I'm just like, do I really want to spend like 1.5k? No, probably more than that. Probably like 2 grand. Do I really want to spend 2 grand to go socialize at TwitchCon NA? I don't know. Ugh. Halloween? Bro, Bongo, since when have we ever celebrated Halloween? Isn't TwitchCon kind of overrated? I mean, it's socializing, right? Like, you go to TwitchCon because you know, like, friends or people that you'll do stuff with, and then you just go hang out. So it's like, I think TwitchCon, like, as a convention is complete garbage. TwitchCon as a socializing thing, not real. Sorry, the opposite. It is real. That is when you go to TwitchCon literally just to hang out. That's it. Yeah, nothing else. TwitchCon in Europe was terrible. I wish I hadn't even bought tickets to go to TwitchCon Europe. I wish I had just gone. Because I basically just hung out outside of the freaking con the entire time anyway. I'm gonna but I hope you have a good stream. I miss you, Dust. Thank you very much for coming on your birthday, no less. Happy birthday again. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. OFFKAI was so freaking hectic, though. Yeah, like, I can't... I was just saying earlier how busy the whole thing was. And like, yeah, I can't imagine you having to deal with that one for like 3 days straight. It was so fucking busy. Ah! Yeah, and thank you very much for gifting a sub to Dust. Yippee! It was so freaking busy in there. I did not spend much time in the Ice Alley after day 1. I went in there, I got I did my walk around, I got my merch. Oh yeah, that's where we were at. So Kielma made all the bananas, and I went on, I said hi. I don't know, I probably... I wanted to, like, come back and buy the rest of the bananas at the end if they were still there, but I think Colorful did instead. Because I kind of wanted to go back and say hi again to the artist, because they were so nice to me. I went up and I said hi, and I said, hello, I want one Rhea, and then I talked to them, and they said very nice things to me when they realized, when I showed them I was Rhea and stuff. We had a really cute conversation. They were just very, very sweet. So I hope that their stall did really well throughout the con. It just meant a lot to me to see Rhea on a keychain, you know? It's like the first time. I think it's like crazy when you it's crazy to be a little baby VTuber and have 2 people make much of you, you know? I was like, yay. It was just nice. It was just nice to see Ray. I was like, yay. So that made me really happy. And then I was accosted by ducklings, and that ruined my day again. So I was having a good time, and then I was no longer having a good time. I like turned around, I just see these fucking losers standing there wearing like viral shirts and stuff. I'm just like, oh god, what a fucking sad day. Ugh, rolls eyes. Ugh, and then they just kept appearing. Fuck me. Like I'm trying to have a good time walking through this fucking convention. It's too small. They upgraded the convention size, and yet every time I went anywhere, there's just ducklings. Fuck. It was impossible to get away. I tried. Just let it be known I tried. She caused me in the bathroom. Excuse me. I was in there first. I was in my fucking bathroom trying to get to safety. I was trying to escape. And all of a sudden I look up and there's another one. I did attack you in the Narissa line. Really funny. Hee. So on Friday, I basically just did a lot of Ice Alley stuff, and after the Ice Alley, I went to dinner with Vani, Bones, and Connie, and I fucking lost what's his name. I can't remember. Fuck. They're with Connie though. I don't even think I asked for their name. Probably should have done that. That's probably pretty impolite of me. We had a nice dinner though. Like we went to this place where you basically get a big bowl and you go down this line and you add like stuff to the bowl. You're like, I want noodles, I want meat, I want vegetables, and you throw it all in. And then at the end they weigh your bowl and then charge you based on the weight. And then they take it away and they put the broth in it you want, and they heat it up, and then they bring it to your table. I've never done that before. I've never been to a place like that before, ever. I didn't even know that it was real. It was freaking nice. I liked it. It comes out really fast as well. I mean, it's essentially like a hot pot, right? But you're not doing a hot pot where you keep adding stuff. You just get it all at once. It was really cool. I really liked it, and it was very tasty. I took a photo of it, but I didn't upload it or get it ready like I told you. So, so freaking cool though. God, it was awesome. We just hung out and had a nice dinner. I was meant to go to a party, but I missed it because I was at this place eating dinner instead. I texted Fumi. I was like, Fumi, I ain't gonna make it. I'm just sorry. Look at my yummy food though. Nom 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 nom. So okay, actually that have to bring up. Bonnie, like, I expected a small, adorable human being based on her everything. She was just as small and adorable as I could possibly have hoped. She was so freaking cute. She was so freaking cute. And she had good fashion sense too. She had these like really adorable outfits on every day. Totally cute human being. Also, like, this is she let me sit behind her at her stall. Well, like, cause I was like, my legs hurt. She's like, come here, sweet, beautiful baby child, come here. I was like, okay. And I sit down behind her stall, and I like watch her work. And obviously she's doing this thing where, you know, anytime someone comes up to the stall, she says like a nice thing about them. She's like, oh my god, I love your outfit. Oh my god, I love your thing. Ah la la, ah la la, ah la la. And I'm sitting there, you know, in my head, and I'm like, I wonder if she means that, or if she's using it, you know, I've seen this from other people, right? It's like a fucking business tactic. These people will say something nice about you so that you're drawn in, and then you spend money at their stall, and then, you know, whatever. But like, no, she does that 24 fucking 7 with literally everyone she meets at all points of the day, constantly. Like, when we left the stall, anytime we met anyone, she would pay them a compliment. Like, she would just meet someone and be like, oh my god, I love your X and Y. Oh my god, your thing is so cool. Oh, you're so nice. Oh, you're so blah, blah, blah. Like, she's literally just this tiny ball of fucking energy and, like, sweetness who's just going around complimenting everyone all the fucking time. She's, like, so excited to be everywhere. She's so happy about everything. She's so up for everything. She's so fucking excitable and just nice. I just, like, she was so sociable as well. She would talk to anyone and just be lovely to them. And I was, like, so happy to get to hang out with Vani throughout the weekend. I adore her. She's one of my favorite people that I got to meet in the last year. I can't believe it has only been, like, less than I mean, I met her for the Gigi murder mystery, which we started working on in, like, August? Or July? So, it's been about 11 months since I met Vani. It feels like I've known Vani forever, man. But she is, gosh, she is such a good, nice person. I would love Vani. I want to support Vani for the rest of my life. I was happy to hear that you guys also went and raided her stall, so good job, Darklings. You're good for something, I guess. Yeah, so that was a nice dinner. After that, there was a, double checking real quick that this was the correct night. Yeah, there was, so the Oshi Bar guys, last year in OFFKAI, they ran Oshi Bar out of, like, a hotel room. And this year, they actually upgraded it so hard. I don't know how much of this was, like, all on them, or if they collabed with someone else, but the thing they invited me to this year was, like, a whole venue, with, like, a musical performance. And then they had, like, a rooftop bar for, like, VTubers and stuff, like, invited guests, with more music and, like, drink bar and, like, whatever. And I was so shocked, because, like, that's a massive, like, a legit massive step up from last year. And they had this really nice, this was probably one of my favorite things I received. They had, like, metal cards that they gave to the people that came to that party. It was like a collector's thing. It said, like, out of 250 on the metal card. I got 190. But they had, like, these little metal cards, like Oshi Bar, like, you know, like, special Oshi Bar card thing. I don't know, it was really cool. It was just nice little metal card. I just liked it. I like memorabilia like that. You're mostly used to your Dota stuff before this. Does it feel weird to go places and get recognized meeting people as rare, not sheepstick? You're never gonna believe this, guys, but Pat, thank you very much for the 5 crypto subs. Thanks, man. okay, you're never gonna believe this, but I was in a Japanese marketplace area before I went from my flight, and I was walking down the aisle, and I saw a guy, or I saw someone with I saw two people, but one of them had a Gigi bag. And I went, and I said to my friend, I was like, I'm gonna go compliment that Gigi bag. And I went up and I said, hey, I like your Gigi bag. And they looked at me and they said, are you sheepstick? I went, oh! 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 Why'd you say that? Don't say that! Oh! Fucking recoiled. I was like, oh! It's like, whoa, what the fuck? You have a Gigi bag, man. Why would you say that? Why would you say sheepstick like that? It's like a slur. Ew. I was like, yeah. And then they started talking to me about something related. Like, oh, I knew you from Dota, but like, blah, 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 VTubing, mentioned Rhea. And then it was really funny because their friend was like, oh, did you do the art for Rhea's thing? And then their friend was like, no, this is Rhea. And then their friend was just like, who? No, I was like, hey. I take back my compliment. Yeah, fuck you, buddy. Don't ever say that again. You're meant to censor yourself when you say sheepstick. That's fucking disgusting. Also, just want to let it be known, guys, me and Cleo officially have organized our Dota 2 collab. It's going to happen. I think it's like 2 weeks away, but it's gonna happen. I had my Rhea shirt on for the Addo concert. Yo, thanks, man. Someone actually remotely knew you. After he asked me about the character on my shirt, he was a Call of Life fan. Ah, that's cool. I have a lot. I have actual collabs cooking right now, guys. We are back. We are fucking back, boys. Owie! Yo, Red, thanks for the sub. When is Dominion Part 2? Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Don't talk to me! I'll get there later. Nimi Dota 2 collab when? If she ever replies to my DMs, guys. Falls to my knees, sobs, cries, pisses myself. So, okay, bye, Crogblade. So, I didn't drink any alcohol. Oh, hey, Halo Spit, thanks for 5 months. On the Friday, no, was this a Friday? Are we still on Friday? Holy shit, I have D&D in an hour. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't drink on the Saturday, or no, on the Friday, sorry, because I was thinking to myself, like, oh, you know, I don't want to, like, ruin my sleep schedule, like, I don't want to be, like, drinking, staying up till, like, 3 a.m. or whatever, and then, waking up late, because, like, on the Sunday, I knew I had to wake up early for my panel, so I was just like, I don't know. I mean, I was kind of, like, if I was gonna drink, I should have drank on the Friday, but I ended up not doing it, and I was like, oh. So I didn't really do it. I just talked to people, and then yeah. Actually, something I did do was I organized a game of Werewolf, because Suiko was there. And I was like, hey man, let's do this shit. Let's get people to come play Werewolf. So we managed to get a bunch of people. How many people were at your panel? Dylan! Relax! I'm on Friday right now. We have to get through Saturday before I can talk about my panel. Shit, man. Relax. Chill. This is a chronological retelling of events, man. Imagine not drinking all 3 nights. I did last year. I love drinking, but I was really anxious about my panel, so I didn't want to drink. So anyway, wipe sweat off fucking forehead. We ended up playing a game of werewolf, but we didn't have that many people, so it was okay. It was pretty fun, but it was not like we originally had like 15 people or something that wanted to play, and then for some reason between the like interest check and getting people to actually sit down and play, we ended up with like half of that maybe. Womp womp. But it was still fun, and it got like Vonnie really liked it, which was good. We taught new people how to play. I just like playing. It was fun. You know, okay. I tweeted about this, but if you know the game, this is gonna mean more to you. This is the most fuck awesome series of events I've ever played. Okay, I'm gonna TLDR this. I'm gonna go fast. I'm sorry. I don't want to detour on this because there's more interesting things to talk about. In Mafia / Werewolf, right? The easiest typical way to play is you have the villagers who are just regular ass guys, good guys. You have 2 werewolves or 2 mafia. I'm gonna use werewolf for this example. I don't want to go into it with mafia, but you have 2 werewolves, and they will every night choose one person to kill. You have a detective who can check and see if someone is a werewolf or not, and you have a healer who is going to heal and protect someone. And the healer is like a good guy, the detective is a good guy, and the werewolves are the only bad guys. So the goal of the good guys is to kill the bad guys, kill the werewolves. The werewolves have to kill everyone else. Now, night 1, the healer heals me and protects me. I don't know this, obviously, but they healed me, they protected me, so no one died. The detective outs himself on day 1. He's like, I checked this guy and they're good. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why would you do that? I'm like, but whatever, it's fine. At least, kind of. Because I was like, well, I know I'm good. I know that the detective is now a detective, and because they're claiming on day 1 and no one's dead, it means that their claim is most likely true because no one counterclaimed. Like, no one said, I'm the detective, so it's like, we have to take this detective as the guy that's the detective, pretty much. And then he said, like, I think it was like, Vonnie's chill. So I was like, okay, so this guy's the detective, he's chill. Vonnie, chill. I'm chill. That's 3 good people. I was like, okay, we can simplify this game right now. If the healer comes out and says they're the healer and says who they healed, we know that the person they healed is safe. And we know that they're the healer. And that would give us 5 town and would make this game very quick. But the healer doesn't say anything. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, okay, well, the detective is going to get healed tonight by the healer. That's fine. It's fine for the healer not to say who they are because they can protect the detective tonight. We'll find out another person that's safe, and then the detective will die after that. Because we were running the rules. Well, we weren't running the rule initially that the healer can only heal the same person. Like you can't heal them twice in a row. I implemented that rule after day 2. So night 2 comes around, no one dies again because the healer healed the person that got attacked. And I was like, oh, I guess they attacked the detective. I found out later, they healed me again. Turns out the fucking werewolves tried to kill me again. And I'm like, that makes sense. Because if the detective outs himself, the healer's supposed to heal him. So it makes sense to try and kill someone else. But it turns out the healer didn't protect the detective. And the werewolves didn't try and kill the detective. And so I'm like, and then, hi, Kaoru. You wish you could have been there at the panel. No! How did you miss it? What happened? So, okay, day 3 happens, and I'm like, okay, the detective is gonna die tonight for sure. I tried to push for the healer to come out so I could put together information, but they just didn't come out. I kind of said, like, look, healer, if you healed someone that's not confirmed by the detective already, you should say it so we have confirmed town. If not, whatever, keep it to yourself. Anyway, the game plays out. We go to bed again. I die that night. I'm like, are you fucking for real? So, because during that day, I said, hey, we should implement the rule where the healer can't just spam heal one person. Because I was like, for the sake of the game being fun, I wanted the werewolves to be able to kill the detective. I think it sucks if the detective just gets spam healed because he said who he was. And then, you know, the werewolves can't kill him because he's being protected, and he eventually just finds a werewolf, especially in a smaller group game. So I was like, yeah, we gotta implement this rule. You can't save the same person twice in a row. So that meant the healer couldn't protect me that night. So I died because the werewolves tried to kill me again. Oh, you had work? No, that sucks. On a Sunday? I'm so sorry, man. So I was like, I found out at the end, I was like, I cannot fucking believe this. They actually tried to kill me 3 nights in a row. 3 fucking nights in a row, man. Until I died. And then the funniest part after that, it was such a noob game. Like, I don't mean that in a horrible way. It was really funny. But, like, gotta get back to work now, Sag. Okay, good night, sorry. Have fun at work. Dude, I wasn't sus. Like, the detective checked me and was like, yeah, she's chill. But, like, it was such a noob game in a funny way. Like, the werewolves just never killed the detective. The healer was put up and accused by the town and then didn't tell everyone they were the healer, so they just killed them. They killed the healer, and the healer never said, I'm the healer. And the fucking... Oh my god, it was such a clown game, man. It was such a fucking clown-ass game. And then the werewolves continued to just never kill the detective until the detective was like, these guys are the werewolves. Oh my god. Actually play with Darklings? Yes, stupid fucking game. Anyway, that was really funny. I really enjoyed that. And that was my Friday. So go forward, Saturday. I think I woke up a bit late, because I was really tired from traveling and I hadn't really slept the first night, so I slept in on that day into the Saturday. I was meant to get dim sum in the morning with Fumi, but she went without me because I was just like, I can't, I'm so tired. I need more sleep. So I missed that. I woke up late. I went into the con. I don't really think I did anything. Like, I attended Fumi's panel. I think that was on the Saturday. I attended her fighting game panel. Darklings were there, unfortunately. What can you do, you know? Like, I tried. They just, like, turn around and they look at me, and I'm just like, fuck off. And I flip them off. I'm like, don't look at me, man. Don't look at me. These motherfuckers just keep turning around and looking at me. Every time they're like, hey, we need an example. We need a person to fight Fumi in the fighting game. These motherfuckers keep looking at me. They're like, stares. And I'm like, what are you looking at? They're like, hey, you should go up there and fight. No! I'll be real. It would have been funny if I had, but there is nothing more cringe, in my opinion, than, like, people's friends trying to, like, attention seek at people's panels. Because, like, let's say I had gone up and fought. I would just be doing it for content's sake, you know? There were people in that room that, like, genuinely love fighting games and really wanted to play against Fumi. So I was like, I don't want to take that away from them. I could have done it for the content, though. I was thinking about it. I was like, if I go up, I could be like, hey, Fumi, so I noticed you were, like, losing every fight, so I wanted to give you a free win to help raise your ego back up. Because I'm dog shit. But yeah, no, I don't like friends attention seeking at panels, so I was like, I'm not gonna put my hand up. It was a funny panel, though. I enjoyed it. I saw a Magic cosplayer on the Saturday who was, like, over 6 feet tall, and they looked so fucking good. I was blown away, bro. They were, like, oh! The quality of their cosplay was so high. Like, every piece of armor and blah, like, it was great. This sword they had was, like, the same height as them. And it lit up. It was, like, glowing. It was so fucking cool. I literally, like, I don't know about, you know, guys, I didn't know if I believed in love at first sight, but I saw this Magic cosplayer, and, like, my heart doki dokied in my chest, man. Hoy. I talked to her for like 20 minutes. Or like half an hour maybe. I don't know. It was like a long time. We were just yapping and yapping. Cause they were like, oh yeah, I've been to like London Comic Con. I was like, oh my god, for real? And we talked, and then we like talked about how dog shit London Comic Con is and the Fox and stuff like that. But yeah, their cosplay was just so good. I was like, give me your Instagram now. Yeah. Oh, that was so good. Key, it was good. It was good thirsting. All right. Anyway, but I saw them when I was hanging out with Sade. So it was nice. It was really nice to meet Sade. I really love Sade. And when I was with Sade was like, "Oh, I want to go meet Shindigs." So we went and met up with Shindigs whilst we were hanging out. And oh my god, guys, I had seen Shindigs on Friday, but we had like he had a dog or something. But we talked actually for real on the Saturday. I feel like you could imagine how that conversation would go if you understand who we are. If you know both of us, and you know that, like, I love creating things, and Shindigs loves creating things, then you can imagine that our conversation was just yep 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 yep. We went at it like for like at least an hour straight, just fucking nonstop. Like that was the most engaged conversation I probably had that entire weekend. Oh my god, you have food, lucky bitch. The bozos miss you. I know. I got home. I messaged Bo. I was like, Bo, it's collab time. Chop chop. Chop chop chop. Time for collab. I miss Bo. Both of you are similar but different stuff. Yeah, we were just talking about in general, like, interactive streaming stuff. We were talking about the VTuber space. We were talking about ideas we had. We were talking about how we would go about implementing certain ideas. Like, he brought up, like, oh, you know, I had this idea for this thing, and I was like, oh, I think that, like, I would probably implement it like this way because of this reason. And he was like, oh, I would do it because of, like, I would do it this way because blah blah. And then I was like, yeah, but, like, if you do it that way, then blah 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 blah. And he's like, oh. And then we realized that, like, I was approaching the idea, like, logistically of how to make it, like, successful numbers wise, and he was thinking about how to do it roleplay. Like, he was like, how can I make it the best roleplay for fun? And I was like, well, yeah, you can make it fun, but then you're missing out on, like, X and Y. I was like, yeah, but, like, it's funny. And I'm like, I try. It's yeah. Oh, I mean, whatever. It was a good, fun conversation. I was saying, like, he was saying that we should do a stream where I learn how to use Sammy bot or something, and I was like, I would, but I would never switch from StreamerBot because StreamerBot has StreamerBot decks, which allows me to give controls to my guests to do stuff, and I will never switch off that. That's way too valuable for me at this point. I think in the evening, okay, so there was the mixer on the Saturday, and that was so funny. So basically, before I went to the mixer, I downed the entire bottle of soju that I was given at the start of the weekend. And then I went to the mixer, and they gave you one free drink, and I ordered a Long Island, because Fumi was like, if you want the most alcohol, you should get a Long Island. That's the most bang for your buck you can get with your free drink. And this woman, I've never seen so much alcohol get poured into a fucking cup before. She held nothing back. That drink annihilated me. I was so drunk. And I met... God, it's so hard to, like, try and think, like, who said that they were there. Because I don't want to, like, say someone was there if they're, like, not. But I think Mogu showed that they were there because they were, like, drawing on, like, whiteboards and stuff together. She is so sweet. I'm so fucking annoyed with myself because I don't like playing these kind of friend... we're calling it friend slop now. Oh yeah, just, sorry, tangent real quick. People were getting mad about the term friend slop on Twitter. I think, like, I completely understand the term friend slop. Because it's not like the games are, like, obviously, we're not shitting on the genre of, like, oh, friend slop. Like, oh, I hate Repo and Lethal Company and playing games with my friends. That's not why people are calling it friend slop. They're calling it that because it's the idea that people are not forming real content on their streams anymore. It's like every month there's a new quote-unquote friend slop game, and everyone just spams the shit out of that game for like a month or two straight, and that's that's it. Your content is now this type of game. There's nothing else going on. It's just, hey guys, let's get a wacky friend party game going, and we're gonna farm the shit out of it. We're gonna make clips of it, and that's it. Over and over and over again, just churning that fucking shit out, and it's like so boring after a while. I can understand the frustration that leads to calling it friend slop. So I don't hate the term. I just think, like, yeah, I don't know, it makes sense. Yeah, so at that mixer, I don't really remember anything other than talking to Mogu a bunch, and she was super lovely. I really want to do some stream with her at some point. I just legit don't know what to do. I told her, I was like, I've been thinking, and I want to do something with you, but I don't know what. She was like, I've been thinking I want to do something as well, but I don't know what. And I'm like, oh! So me and her are just stuck in this endless loop of liking each other and wanting to do something with each other, but not knowing what to do. And then I met Joel properly. Oh yeah, Joel was very nice. Bish the Porcelain Maid. He stopped me in the artist alley on the Friday. He saw my badge and he said, "Hey, are you Rhea?" And I went, "Oh yeah, hi." He went, "Hi, I'm Joel." I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you." He said, "Yeah, like he said, I noticed your badge and I just wanted to say hi." And then he moved on. But I was like, that was nice. I saw him again at the mixer. I just talked to him like a tiny bit more, but I was drunk and I don't really remember what we said. I think I brought up something to do with content, but I don't fucking know. Whatever. I don't really remember. I sent him a message like on Twitter later that he replied to and just said he was, yeah. We said like hi stuff. I liked when he ran up to the robot and cussed him out. Oh, for Live It? I hung out with him a bunch of times, actually. I really liked him. He's great. He recognized me after like 2 seconds. Josie's super nice, was super chill during the meet and greet. Did he do an in-person meet and greet? Otherwise, I don't think I met anyone at the mixer. Honestly, like, considering I was there for like 2 fucking hours, I don't remember doing anything. I remember talking to Live It whilst queuing for my drink. I remember talking to Fumi. I remember talking to Mogu, but I don't remember having any kind of lengthy conversation with anyone. The only thing I remember was at one point meeting someone who just said, "Hello, I'm Mint," and I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you," and then we never spoke again. And that was my Mixer experience. that was it. And then after I don't even know what happened after that, man. I couldn't tell you what happened. The content you brought wasn't your vomit? Yeah, no, luckily I did not drink enough to vomit. I wasn't close to vomiting, actually. Like, it's weird. It's like, I remember vaguely what happened. I remember vaguely topics I talked about. I vaguely remember some of the people I saw, but I don't remember any hard details. But it's not like I got blackout drunk, and it's not like I was, like, so sloshed that I couldn't control myself. Like, I've been badly drunk, and I wasn't close to that. I was just, like, I was definitely at my, like, peak of what I could probably handle. I don't think I embarrassed myself or anything like that. I remember being sad because the Mixer was running at the same time as the concert they did that had Narissa in it, and I really wanted to watch that. And they had it playing visually on the screens in the Mixer room, but they didn't have the audio playing, so I couldn't hear it. I was sad. I was like, I want to listen to Wisha. Ooh. Yeah. I don't think, I do not think that I slept late on Saturday. I think that was the main thing, was that I needed to go to sleep because my panel was the next day, and I was like, I'm drunk and I want to hang out, but I am freaking EP. I need to make sure I'm not super hungover. I need to make sure I can get to my panel. I said I would show up to my panel at, like, was it 10? Because my panel started at 2 p.m. So I said I'd show up at 10 a.m. because they said that that's when they could accommodate me. So yeah, I think I ended up showing up at 11 a.m. and that means I must have gone to sleep at like 2 a.m. because then I would have slept 8 hours till 10, got up, had a shower, appeared for 11. I was really sad because Kieran was doing a robot walk around at OFFKAI, and she like messaged me and stuff to be like, hey, I really want to like come say hi to you. Can you like, is there a way we could like cross paths on my route, and show me her route? Hey, Ultra Squid. And I was like, oh yeah, I would love to, but I ended up not being able to because I woke up at 10 and I got to the venue for 11, and literally as soon as I arrived, I ran into a staff member immediately, so I was like, ah, shit. So I had to go do my setup for my panel at that point. And I felt so bad that I didn't get to see Kieran. I like apologized afterwards. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I hope you had a good time. But like, yeah, a little bit of like regret where I was like, maybe I should have just said to the staff like, I'll be right back, and gone and found Karen. Thank you, Strider. I'm glad you enjoyed my panel. Speak of the devil. I just reached that part of the story. Wahoo. My setup for my panel was funny. Like, I knew how to fix all of the issues from my stream that came with transferring files from one PC to another, because I tested it at home. So I was not, like, I did not lack confidence at any point. They took me around back to this, like, PC setup, and I started to do it. And I was working on it. And I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but like, sometimes when you drink alcohol, you have a pretty upset tummy the day after. So I was like setting up, and I was like, I feel sick. And I ended up having to go find a toilet, and I think it was like nerves as well, because I was feeling pretty nervous about everything. I ended up incapacitated for like fucking 20 minutes before, and that's like precious time before my panel, right? Because I have to do a lot of tech setup and blah blah blah. But I was just sitting there, I was like, I feel so bad, and I'm hungover. Why did I drink alcohol? I'm so unhappy. Oh my god, everything's gonna be terrible. Ah! Anyway, then I was fine. The setup itself was really easy. I got everything running pretty smoothly. I wasn't able to check audio because we didn't have functioning headset, but I think we tested it like 5 minutes before we went live, and it was fine. I was like, thank God. My staff member helping me gave me like they went and bought me Jack in the Box. They showed me like 5 restaurants. They're like, does any of these look good? And I saw Jack in the Box. I was like, I want Jack in the Box. I want curly fries. They were like, are you fucking serious? Jack in the Box? Really? Look at all these other places. And he showed me 5 more places. He was like, what about these? I was like, I want Jack in the Box. So he went out and bought me Jack in the Box, and I got like a really nice burger with chicken. Actually, the burger was pretty dog shit, I'll be real. The chicken didn't really taste like anything. It was really weird. But the curly fries, banger. Banger. And the vanilla milkshake, again, that thing was like a meal by itself. It's like fucking, that thing was straight up physical. Hungover Jack in the Box is peak? True. Oy, Granny's very concerned about the Lily Pals and the Drake's War. Really? There's nothing to be concerned about. It's just a little war for fun. It's like a little bit of war for fun, just a little enjoyable bit of fun. So yes, I got my Jack in the Box. I got everything set up. Everything was smooth. The volunteers helped with the red and green paper. And the prints. I had my beautiful friend Dom came and delivered all of that. And then they all set it up, and it was epic, and you guys got your stuff, and a line formed, and I was shitting myself, because, okay, on Friday, I had met with a couple of friends, and I had talked about my concerns. Actually, I had talked about my concerns quite a lot in general. I know you Dirklings heard about it, because you guys were, like, trying to help with it. I really thought people wouldn't show up to my panel. And I say that because I think I've never had my expectations be met for anything in VTubing. Like, it's a little depressing. But every time I've done an event on my channel, I've always expected it to have, like, higher viewership, but then it doesn't. Or I've expected it to, you know, result in more, like, positive feedback on my Twitter or something, and it doesn't. Or, you know, there's so many times when I'm like, I just would like this thing to work out, and it doesn't work out. It's like, when we did the makeship thing, right? You guys were like, oh, makeship, and I was like, I really don't think it's gonna sell. But we did it anyway, and it sold really badly, right? So I think, just in general, I have really low expectations of everything I do. And I think, like, you know, we received two raids today, and we're seeing 117 viewers. I don't know how many of those are actually my viewers versus, like, raid leftovers. But, like, my viewers, so, like, what I'm trying to say here is my average viewership is sitting at around 100. So when they told me that I had a room that had a capacity of 638 people, and I'm like, okay, nothing I ever do ever has any numbers, ever. I was like, I just don't think I'm gonna fill this room. Like, I genuinely don't, like, I don't know how I can possibly fill a room of that size. Like, people don't care about me. How am I gonna get people to come watch this? And, like, there's no real advertisement. There's just, like, the schedule, and people have to just look through the book and the schedule and see that it's there and be interested enough to come. So I was so fucking dejected. I was so sure it was gonna be bad. I watched like, cause I was there for 3 hours early. I got to see previous panel turnout, and I think there was one that was pretty empty, and I was like, I really hope I get more than this. And then there was one after that was like, I think there's a chance it was like the tail end of the panel though, so there were less people. I honestly can't remember, but I remember seeing like not very many people there for something, and I was just like, oh, I hope I get more than that. And then the one after was like decent, and I was like, oh, I'll be happy if I could maybe achieve that. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I was so scared. I kept telling friends, I was like, I don't expect anything. I don't expect anything. I think it's going to be bad, blah, blah, blah. And I was kind of like, I was psyching myself up for that failure. Like, I really wanted to be okay if no one showed up. Because what usually happens is I get really sad, you know? Because I'll, like, hope it won't go well, and then I'll get really fucking sad, and it's really hard for me to perform when I'm so sad. You know what I mean? Greece from Poland. Hello, hi Waldeck. So when my panel opened the doors, we actually opened the doors a little bit late because I needed to do an audio check before people came in. But when we opened the doors and people came in, we had 5 minutes until the thing started. Like, we had to start on the hour mark so that I had enough time to do my thing. So when I started my show, people were still, like, coming in and sitting down. But, like, I can't express, like, the absolute fucking joy in my body and soul when people just kept coming in. Like, I had friends texting me saying, like, bro, there's, like, a fucking line out here. Like, it's actually pretty fucking long. And, like, that room filled up, like, actually nicely. I was like, oh, like, no fucking way. There's so many people. I asked afterwards if they could tell me how many people showed up. They told me that, I'm just grabbing the numbers. 227 people lined up in the initial line outside the room. 312 people showed up total to the event. 312! That's awesome! And the room looked like, even though that's like, I think that's under half of the capacity of the full room. And you can kind of see it in photos. You can see, like, what would happen is that people had a lot of, like, seat gaps between each other. So that's probably where, like, the missing people were. But, like, the way that everyone sat themselves in the room, that room looked fucking full. Like, that room looked full as fuck. From my camera, it was so many people. And when you guys were playing the games and, like, lifting your hands and your papers and stuff, like, I just saw so many pieces of paper. Like, it genuinely, like, whilst I was performing it, it looked like just a shit ton of fucking people. I mean, 300 plus people in one room is crazy, you know? So happy for you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, my Uncle Obama, 69. Yeah, I just can't, like, oh, I was so happy. I was so fucking happy. I was so happy. I can't get over it, honestly. Like, I think getting to perform something like that to a room that looked so full and with people that were so... I think that was another thing, actually. The people that came and played were so energetic about it. People were really excited and got really involved about it, so it was even better than just having 312 people. It was like, you know, you guys were so into the games. Every time I asked for any feedback from you guys, you were like yelling, stamping, playing, like loud noises. Just it was nice to have really good energy back whenever I asked you guys to do anything. Okay, Horizon Strider, thanks for coming and hanging out. Bye-bye. How easy was it to hear the audience? Extremely easy. I was very close to you guys. Anyone that yelled any singular comment, I usually heard it. Like if you yell, yeah, I could hear almost as easily as if I was standing right in front of the chairs, to be honest. Yeah, it was super, super easy to hear you guys. You made us a woo so many times. Okay, look. So if you weren't at OFFKAI, my stream involved a bunch of games. I will not like spoil the details of everything, but one involved like lifting up a green and red piece of paper depending on what was shown on the screen. One was a battle where the audience get to choose what options they want to take in the battle. One was a gambling game where they got to choose what card they wanted to play out of a select few cards options. And then the worst one was a game where Dirklings would appear on the screen and they were different colors, and the chat had to do certain things depending on which color appeared. So for example, if the yellow Dirkling appeared, they had to put the green card up in the air. If the blue one appeared, they had to clap. If the purple one appeared, they had to go, ah, woo! And I say worst because I had planned for that game to take 10 minutes. It did not take 10 minutes. It took like 15 to 20. Zenzen, thank you very much for 5 months. Hi. Rhea's back too. I have. So, here's the thing. I set the game to be as such that anytime... No, I had predicted that you guys would have about 2,500 gold by the time we finished that game. You ended up with 4,000 gold. You started with 500, so you killed 2,005, no, you killed 3,000, you had 3,500 gold. So you killed 35 Dirklings. 35 Dirklings were killed. Or repelled, apart from that one that kissed you on the mouth and ran away. I was so self-conscious because it was taking me so fucking long to complete the fucking puzzle. I had to start cheating because it was taking so long. Like, if you okay, so if you weren't there, essentially what happened is I created a puzzle for myself. And the puzzle, I had to, like, put the pieces together on my screen. And the Dirklings would appear, and the chat had to do the stuff to repel them, and every time you did the stuff to repel them, I would hit the button that says, like, you did it, you repelled the Dirkling, and then that would reset the Dirkling, and another one would come. So think about it from my perspective, okay? I had to narrate what was going on to you guys. Like, I had to make funny jokes and commentary about the Dirklings that are coming at you and about you guys' reactions as an audience, whilst also putting a puzzle together and thinking about how to do the puzzle correctly, whilst also maintaining the button presses for, like, handling the Dirklings coming to attack you guys. So I was, like, juggling 3 things at once, which was really, really hard. Like, genuinely, that was one of the hardest things I've had to do ever. And it took so long, and I felt so bad, because I was like, oh my god, I hope you guys aren't getting bored, you know? Because, like, in my head, I know that, like, even though you guys are doing extremely repetitive gameplay, I'm it should be interesting because the puzzle's coming together, and it should be interesting because I'm supposed to be saying stuff that's funny. Yeah, I had to keep checking the fucking camera to make sure you guys were doing the right thing, because I also had to remember what each color meant for the Dirklings. You guys could have done the wrong thing, and I probably would have awarded you anyway, because I couldn't, like, it was so hard to keep up with. So I'm hoping that it was still fine to watch, but yeah, I was like, holy shit, this is bad fucking content, man, in terms of, like, it's taking too long. It was taking too long. I don't know why I decided to make that game the way I did. Oh, God. I'm glad you thought that it was funny. Especially when you grab multiple pieces. I don't even know how I managed to do that. It was so stupid. I think if the pieces weren't rotated, it would have been smoother. No, it would probably have been the same amount. The problem was not that the pieces were rotated, because, like, OBS tells me which way is correct way up for the rotation, so, like, I can easily rotate them to, like, the right direction. The problem was that the canvas I gave myself was not big enough. I needed more space to move the pieces out so I could see them. The problem was that too many pieces were overlaying on top of each other, so it was hard to find the pieces that I needed to, like, make the thing. I also think if I really wanted to help myself, I should have made a grid. I gave myself the outline, like the corners for the puzzle, so that I at least could create it within the right boundaries. But I think I should have made a grid, because it was a little bit hard to put the pieces into place if they were, like, in the middle, for example. Yeah. I don't think puzzles were meant to be put together on OBS. The cheating was so funny. I mean, I had them all labeled. I was like, scroll, scroll, scroll. Where's piece 4? Where's piece 4? Okay, where's piece 5? At some point, I was like, I have to cheat. I have to. There's like, oh, I was like, this actually won't get done before like 25 minutes or something otherwise. So yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed my panel. I thought the crowd was fucking incredible. I was so happy with the turnout. I had a really good time after it ended, when friends and fans came up to say hi and, like, congratulate me. I was so happy, like, to talk to the staff afterwards. I found out that, like, some of the staff were, like, telling the other staff, like, oh, you need to come to the community stage, and then, like, one of them messaged in the group chat of my event. It said, my staff pinged me and told me to come to community stage. I thought something was wrong. But it was because they all loved it so much, they were telling more people to come and watch, which was, like, super cute. It was so funny when you told us you were straight up looking at piece numbers in OBS. Yeah, at some point I had to, man. Oh. I just got so much positive feedback. Like, I think most people that did mention it said, like, my panel was their favorite panel of the weekend, or that it was the best panel they'd ever seen in like their entire lives, which was like, oh my god. So yeah, I just had a great time. I felt like my improv rolled smoothly. I was honestly, I was really happy with my improv. Like, I made a script, which made it very easy in the moment to do. And then the improv I did on top of that was pretty good. I felt like my jokes were funny. I think the only thing I struggled with was my accents for my, or not my accents. My voices for my characters. I don't think I very much distinguished my characters from me as a narrator very well. But it was, like, fine. Like, it was acceptable enough. I was pretty happy. Legitimately my favorite thing all weekend. Yay! It was so good. Yay! It was the best panel I've ever attended. Yay! Yay! I mean, thank you. I think it means a lot that people liked it so much. You were really fantastic. Thank you. Can't wait to see you redo it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm trying. I need to make sure that you guys, we lay out how to make you guys be able to do the right actions. Cause obviously in person we had vocal stuff and we had color, like, you know, raise your hand if X, Y, right? I don't know how to translate that into Twitch chat other than using like emojis. So maybe I'll try and get emojis or something. Like at something from 7TV to represent having your hand up. It ended up being one I had the most fun at. Yay! I'm very curious if any of you guys would share. If you had like a favorite panel you've ever attended that was not mine. Which, you know, would make, you know, I'm not mad about it. I'm not jealous, but like, what was it? What was it? I'm very curious to know what you guys have had fun at in the past that you think makes like for an excellent panel. Or what you loved about panels. In general, yeah, not just OFFKAI. But like, obviously it's more interesting to me if it is related to like anime / VTubing. Maybe polls. I don't want to do polls because it's not within the spirit of how the game runs. Like, I need you guys to be spamming chat, I think. Your bar for acceptable is so much higher than 90% of people's level. True. Me when I won't let anything look less than a Hollywood production. Fuck you. No scuff. Never scuff. But, like, there always ends up being scuff. Whoopsie. Was about anime production? Well, okay. I can't beat that. That's what, you know, what can you do? I can't replicate that one. Whoops. You like the Japanese commercial panel? What is that? Oh, Raven, you're too kind. I loved your gambling Dirkling art. It was awesome. You've only been to the panels of OFFKAI, so you haven't been to many cons. That's fair. I never go to cons or panels. Sorry, I should say panels more. Interaction good? Yeah. You really liked Hennemimi's VTuber design panel. In general, I think there was a kind of diplomacy sort of game that some people ran at MomoCon like 10 years ago. 10 years ago?! What was good about the VTuber design panel? Was it just interesting? And also, what is a diplomacy game? Guess the product. So they showed a Japanese commercial and cut it off before they announced the product. First rounds had the guest VTuber guessing. Last rounds had numbers of the audience, members of the audience guessing. Oh, okay. So just like games in general. I've never had a panel I liked as much as this. Like, the games and character building you had was so fun, and a lot of other panels were just listening to people talk and answer pre-asked questions. So games play game was amazing. Wah! Yeah, that was the biggest struggle I had going into this, was trying to figure out how to let you guys interact. I know that there are a lot of people that do game shows. I think the panel before mine was with the Chroma Shift girls. And they did I wouldn't say, I don't know if it's a game show like in terms of like a grand thing, but they did do like, oh, who do you think is most likely to do X thing between us? And then like people voted, or like there was previously voting done or something, and the chat had to like guess, or I don't know, or or the talent guest. I don't know. It was kind of like kind of gamey, and like I like that stuff. I'd probably like enjoy doing something like that in the future, but I wanted to try making a story because I feel like I excel making stuff that's a little bit more like cohesive. It's like, oh, you get to play games as an audience, but it's built into a story. People don't really make that kind of content very often, so that was what I was really interested in making this time around. I think if I was invited to come again and do it again next time, like 2 years from now, when they would be allowed to invite me back, I don't know if I would do the same idea again, but like a new one. I don't know. I don't know how I would. You're so limited in how you can make it that it's hard to say. Like, it's hard to innovate super hard. Maybe if I did it again, maybe I would get like a partner. Like, I would get a second person to do it with me. That could be fun. They aren't allowed to invite the same person twice in a row. Yeah, I think they established it this year. They want to have, like, more variety of VTubers. You had a combination of a bunch of stuff. It was informative on basics of the design. There was audience involvement for designing a VTuber, and then she's pretty good at that sort of speed drawing, which was cool to watch. Oh, that is sick. How did she involve the audience for designing the VTuber? Did she say, like, oh, what do you guys want? Like, did people, like, put forth, like, oh, you should make it a fish VTuber? Or, like, oh, she should have a weapon that's a fork? Or, like, did she have, like, options and people voted with, like, yells or something? Noodle's recent E3 2010 panel at MagFest went over well enough to get an hour-long YouTube video out of it. But why? But why? What was good about it? Great thing about your game story was that it didn't require anyone to have prior knowledge, but still involved your universe. Yeah, I had to do that little lore dump at the start, but I feel like it was quick enough and easy enough to understand. I mean, it's not like I have any kind of deep character lore on this stream anyway, right? It's like, can you guys actually tell me anything you know about Viral? I don't think Viral has, like, any personality or biography or history outside of evil mean dragon. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think there's anything going on in terms of like knowledge needed for anything with my characters. Viral likes sleeping with Rhea. No, she does not. Abs, killer thighs, abs. I like that rule of not inviting the same person twice in a row. I don't. I think it's fine, but I think it's I don't know. I think it's better if they have, like, I don't know. They have so many panels and so many things going on that it's kind of weird to not have them. The same people come sometimes. Like, are you not gonna just run out of VTubers? At least, like, I mean, prominent VTubers, unless they're staggering them. I mean, yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah, because I guess, like, I didn't see any panels about, like, Numi, Bao, Buff Pup type people this year. So I guess next year those guys will come back in, and then the year after that those guys will be gone again, and whatever. You'll have Mint back again and stuff. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I did make a character to draw Yuri with, and I don't regret it, and I love everything I've had ever since. Hehe. Viral Viral is a rebellious entity trying to usurp the throne, right? She can transform into a full dragon form. I think that's all I got lore-wise. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's what I mean. It's so easy to, like, be like, hey guys, here's what you need to know for this panel to make sense. There is an evil dragon. She's sexy, but she's evil, and she hates Rhea, and she wants to take her throne. And then there are these two little creatures that serve Viral and serve Rhea. There you go, done. That's it. That's literally all you need to know to understand any of my stream concepts. I like the idea that everyone can come every year, but the main stage panels are different people every year. Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah. Hi, Ocarina. Hello. Thank you. All I'm hearing is there might be a Nemi meet and greet next year, which means I'm saving now. That's true. When are we gonna get more viral lore? See, here's the problem. Is the entirety of the story for Dominion, the 5-parters I've written, it does lead to reaching viral, but there's no viral lore involved. It's mostly a story of adventure to get to viral, and then when you reach viral, there's no lore involved. I actually do have a event in my head that I want to explore viral's lore with, but because, you know, we still have 4 more Dominion parts to get through first, I'm not going to stress about it too much. Let's one thing at a time. Viral lore next ROM hack. Hey, I mean, hey, maybe we make a custom ROM hack that's all about viral. Hey, maybe we get some lore going. The problem is, guys, how can I tell you guys viral's lore without spoiling my story I'm writing, you know? I'd have to come up with new lore for viral. I need stream lore for viral that doesn't spoil my story. Lily pads and Dirklings don't exist in real lore, right? Yeah, so do Lily pad and Dirk exist? Lily pad does, Dirk doesn't. But Lily pad is different in real lore than she is in the stream. Kind of. I'll learn programming just to make that ROM hack. Yo! Fire Emblem ROM hack where you get viral to conquer a country. Yeah. The ROM hack where you're playing on Viral's team and you're overthrowing Rhea, and Rhea looks evil the entire time. Like, it's such propaganda. Rhea's never going to give us viral lore to trap us Dirklings into continuing to watch her in hopes of more viral. Hehe. Dark doesn't exist! Dark! No! Dark! Sorry, guys. Dark's not real. What about the Dirklings we met in Dominion Part 1? There's stream lore, and then there's, like, official lore in my head for what I imagine the world is actually like. Stream lore is different. So Dominion, that's all stream lore. Rhea's peak, Var would only kiss her. We're just gonna make the ROM hack, you conquer the kingdom, and then you conquer Rhea. There's no killing her. It's just you take her as your wife. There you go. That's the end of the ROM. Dude, that'd be so fun to write. Shit. Real Lilypad isn't just a little cutie? No, I have ideas for her. Do we know anything about Dirk? No. I don't even know if we've met Dirk. I wrote a comic script for a comic I wanted that included a little bit of Dirk, but I never found an artist to draw it. I know how to implement a bed scene. Fire Emblem is holy fucking based. God damn! Send them to sex! Send them to sex now! Isn't the fighting in that game, like, with 3D models? Also, I'm not gonna lie, I feel really bad about it, but I did stop writing my Rhea story because I wanted to write fanfiction about magic from Marvel. I was like, I was like, honestly, I'm too tired trying to think about world lore all the time for this story. I want to write with characters that already exist. I was like, I can't. I'm too tired. I'm too tired to write a story. A Fire Emblem style rare game could go hard. Yes. No, Polly writing for a ROM hack would not be peak. That would be so bad. You can do 3D or GBA, but 3D is ultra limited. I just remember seeing like some of the layout stuff for that for Fire Emblem, and it was like 2D, and then they get in the fight, and then it's like 3D. I was like, oh. Alright. Let's wrap this fucking shit up. So I finished my panel, I went and talked with friends, and I had a good time, and it was really nice, and, after that, I don't know, I think I got really depressed, because OFFKAI was, like, over, and it's kind of unfortunate, because, like, on that day, especially, like, I met Dom for the first time, and I obviously, like, I had a really good panel. I met Dom for the first time. I received the Yuri flag from you guys, which I'm looking into seeing if I can hang it in my room somehow. And I genuinely just, like, had a lovely time. I met Big Ham. That was nice. I hung out with Mabel. Mabel gifted me, like, this really cute, like, braided bracelet that she made with Rhea's colors. I don't know, I met a lot of friends, and I had a really lovely time, and I was very happy, and that kind of just, like, turned into, like, absolute fucking depression. Like, Vani and stuff were like, okay, we're gonna go, to a pool and hang out. And I was just sitting there, and I was so, I don't know, I was so grumpy. I was like totally, I was being a vibes terrorist, honestly. People were trying to have fun, and I was being really depressing to be around. I don't know, it just hit hard. And like, by the time I went to bed that night at like 11:30, like Fumi was feeling sick, and she was already in bed and asleep, so I didn't get to hang out with her anymore. And, yeah, I don't know. Ugh. I felt horrible. So, I just kind of, like, I retired early. And I felt bad about it, because I was like, you know, it's the final night. But, the problem, okay, here's the main issue, is that if you went to OFFKAI last year, you know that they had the atrium. And there was not an atrium replacement this OFFKAI. There was no obvious place for everyone to just go and hang out, which kind of sucked. So it meant, like, even if I was sitting in the Marriott hotel lobby, I didn't really see everyone I knew or anything like that. Some people passed through that I recognized and, like, said hi to, but otherwise it was like, eh. I didn't really know. I don't know. I'm in this weird place in VTubing where I'm not, like, popular enough where people will just invite me or, like, and, like, want me. So I don't find out where everyone is, you know what I mean? So I kind of just, like, stick with my, like, small friend group, which is, like, fine, obviously, I love my friends, but, like, I'm just in this awkward place where, like, I know a lot of people, but I'm not so close with everyone, or, like, desirable enough where people will be, like, actively like, Rhea, you have to come here. So I didn't know where the fuck everyone was. So I kind of, like, tried, there was a couple of people I, like, got to see and say bye to because I, like, reached out, or that I just happened to run into them. Otherwise it was a bit, I don't know, it was a very quiet Sunday. There was no parties or mixers, right, going on, so there was no, like, thing that brought everyone together, and there was no atrium, so there was no way to, like, see everyone properly. It was a bit weird. But it was, like, fun, yeah. So, I don't know. I think Sunday just felt a little bit sad in that regard, where I felt like I wanted more, because my weekend had been so weird. Like, I hadn't gotten to see everyone I wanted to. Like, for example, I wanted to see Sienna, And then I didn't message her. She, like, because I was so tired and stressed about my panel and everything going on, and I wanted to see Claro. I didn't get to do that either, and there's other people as well. I think that like I had wanted to see, and then I didn't end up seeing. And it was like, but it probably would have happened last OFFKAI because there was the atrium that everyone just went to. There was a lounge, but it was mostly just a place for people who needed to sit down for a bit. Yeah, no good hangout place. It was outside where they were doing all the fan meetups. I see. Yeah, I don't know. It was a bit weird. But yeah. I went to bed early. The next day, did I see she's graduating? I did see she's graduating. You know what's really funny, actually? Is I messaged her, maybe I messaged her as she posted the tweet, but I didn't see the tweet at first. I messaged her to say, like, oh, yeah, OFFKAI, sorry I didn't see you, blah, 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 blah. And then we were, like, yapping to each other a bit. I opened Twitter, I see her graduation post, I literally fucking, like, laugh out loud. I message her, and I'm like, bro, I just opened Twitter, you fucking for real, Lamau. I was like, bro, Rhea messages Sienna. Sienna instantly graduates.